Welcome to our channel. If you've ever felt that your relationships drain you rather than energize you, this video is for you. Toxic relationships are not just a phrase, but a reality that many suffer from. We will tell you how to recognize the signs of toxic relationships and, most importantly, how to break free from them. Stay with us until the end, and you will learn how to regain your joy and freedom. Toxic relationships are those that poison your life and rob you of joy. They can manifest in various ways: constant conflicts, emotional or physical abuse, manipulation, or a sense of perpetual dissatisfaction. In such relationships, you often feel unhappy, exhausted, and lost. Your emotional state becomes unstable, and you may experience sudden mood swings. Sometimes you don't even realize that the source of your problems is the relationship you are in. All your energy goes into dealing with conflicts, quarrels, and misunderstandings, leaving little room for joy and satisfaction. As a result, you start to doubt yourself, lose confidence and motivation. Even everyday tasks seem overwhelming, and you feel like you're living in constant tension. Signs of toxic relationships can be obvious, but sometimes they appear in more subtle forms. For example, your partner may constantly criticize you under the guise of caring for your well-being. They may say they want you to be better, more successful, or healthier, but in reality, these remarks undermine your self-esteem and create a sense of inadequacy. Your partner may control you by dictating how you should dress, who you should talk to, where you should go, and what you should do. They may make you feel guilty for doing something wrong, even if you haven't done anything bad. Such subtle forms of manipulation and control can be especially dangerous because they are hard to recognize and even harder to acknowledge. Another sign might be that you feel obligated to do everything possible to please your partner, even at the expense of your own interests and desires. You constantly try to avoid conflicts and arguments, conforming to your partner's wishes and demands, forgetting about your own needs. Your dreams and goals take a back seat, and you begin to live a life that suits your partner more than it suits you. Perhaps you fear disappointing them or provoking their anger, so you prefer to stay silent about your desires and aspirations. Gradually, you lose yourself and become a shadow of your partner, feeling increasingly unhappy and oppressed. It's important to understand that toxic relationships can be not only romantic, but also friendly, familial, or professional. Toxicity can manifest in relationships with parents, siblings, co-workers, or even friends. For example, your friend may constantly demand your attention and time without considering your needs and boundaries. They might make you feel guilty for not always being there or use your friendship for their own interests. In family relationships, toxicity can manifest through constant conflicts, manipulation, or control. Your relatives might try to interfere in your personal life, telling you how to live, who to communicate with, and what to do. At work, toxic relationships can arise with a boss or colleagues who use you to achieve their goals, disregarding your interests and feelings. People in toxic relationships often face manipulation. The partner may use your weaknesses to control you. They may tell you that no one else will understand or love you like they do, creating a sense of dependence and fear of loneliness. They might use emotional manipulation, such as blackmail, threats, or guilt, to get their way. For example, they may threaten to break up if you don't do what they want or make you feel guilty for your mistakes and shortcomings. These methods of manipulation destroy your self-esteem and confidence, making you even more vulnerable and dependent. If you feel that your opinions or feelings are not respected, this can also be a sign of a toxic relationship. In such relationships, your words and emotions are often ignored or devalued. For example, when you express your concerns or talk about what bothers you, your partner may dismiss it, say it's insignificant, or accuse you of being overly sensitive. You might feel that your thoughts and feelings don't matter, and that it's better to stay silent to avoid conflict. This leads to suppressing your emotions, which can negatively affect your mental and emotional health. Ultimately, you feel lonely and misunderstood, despite being in a relationship. Sometimes toxic relationships are accompanied by physical abuse. This is an extreme form of toxicity that requires immediate intervention. Physical abuse can manifest in various forms, from light pushes and slaps to serious beatings. The partner may use force to control you and make you do what they want. Physical abuse is often accompanied by threats and intimidation, further increasing the sense of fear and helplessness. In such situations, it's crucial to seek help immediately from friends, relatives, crisis centers, or the police. Remember that no one has the right to cause you physical harm, and you deserve to be in safe and respectful relationships. Psychological abuse is another common aspect of toxic relationships. The partner may constantly demean you or instill guilt. For example, they may criticize your appearance, intellectual abilities, or actions, making you feel worthless and inadequate. They may use insults and derogatory comments to lower your self-esteem and confidence. Gradually, you start to believe their words and doubt your strengths and worth. Psychological abuse can also manifest through gaslighting, a manipulative technique where the partner tries to convince you that your memories, feelings, or perception of reality are wrong. This leads to doubting yourself and losing touch with reality. How do you break free from such relationships? The first step is to acknowledge the problem. This can be difficult, as many people are afraid to admit they are in a toxic relationship. Acknowledging the problem requires courage and honesty with yourself. You must carefully analyze your relationship and honestly answer whether you are happy in it. It's essential to understand that recognizing the problem is the first step to solving it. You need to stop justifying your partner's behavior and looking for excuses for their actions. Understanding that your relationship is toxic allows you to start moving toward change and finding a way out. Finding support is crucial. This can be friends, family, or professional psychologists. They can help you see the situation objectively. The support of close people can be invaluable during such difficult times. Talk to those you trust, share your feelings, and listen to their advice. If you don't have the opportunity to seek help from loved ones, find support groups or consult a professional psychologist. A psychologist can help you understand your feelings and situations and offer strategies for leaving toxic relationships. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness, but an important step toward liberation and starting a new life. Evaluate your boundaries and determine what you are no longer willing to tolerate. This may be painful, but it's necessary for your own well-being. Start by identifying what actions or behaviors of your partner cause you discomfort, stress, or pain. Understand that you don't have to put up with these things for the sake of the relationship. Write down your personal boundaries and stick to them. For example, if your partner often humiliates you in public, decide for yourself that you will no longer tolerate it and will stand up for your dignity. Remember, your boundaries should be clear and non-negotiable, and you have every right to demand they be respected. This is crucial for your emotional and psychological health. Learn to say no. This can be challenging, especially if you're used to pleasing your partner, but it's an essential step towards liberation. Saying no is not selfishness, it's a way to protect your interests and boundaries. Start small. Refuse things you genuinely dislike or don't want to do. Gradually, you will learn to feel confident in asserting your interests and needs. Understanding that you have the right to your own opinions and desires will help you feel more confident and independent. For example, if your partner demands that you always spend time with them, despite your personal plans or interests, start asserting your rights and interests by explaining that you have your own activities and needs. If your partner is unwilling to change and continues to behave toxically, it may be necessary to break up. This is a difficult, but often the only right solution. Decide to break up if you see that your efforts to change the situation are not bringing results. The process of breaking up can be painful and emotionally challenging, but it also opens the door to a new beginning and finding happiness. Prepare for the breakup in advance. Find a place to live if you live together and pack your things. Inform close people so they can support you during this difficult time. Remember, your well-being and safety should always come first. If you feel unsafe, Seek help from specialists or crisis centers. Think about your life without this person. What opportunities will open up for you? What joys and freedoms will you gain? Try to imagine how your life will change after breaking free from a toxic relationship. You might have more time and energy for activities that bring you joy and pleasure. You can resume old hobbies or find new interests. Without constant stress and conflicts, you will feel calmer and more balanced. You might start to value yourself and your needs more, finding joy in an independent life. Think about how you will build your future relationships based on new knowledge and experience. This is a time to focus on yourself and your dreams, on the opportunities you missed while in a toxic relationship. Make time for yourself. This is a time for recovery and reassessment of your values and goals. After leaving a toxic relationship, it's important to focus on your inner world. Start doing things that bring you joy and peace. This could be reading books, exercising, walking in nature, or engaging in creative activities. Surround yourself with positive people who will support you and help you recover. Recovery from a toxic relationship takes time, and it's important not to rush this process. Use this time to rediscover your interests and passions. You might want to try something new or return to old hobbies that were neglected. This will help you regain confidence and find joy in life. Seek professional help if needed. Sometimes it's necessary to seek help from professionals. Therapy can help you deal with the aftermath of toxic relationships and learn how to build healthy relationships in the future. A psychologist or therapist can offer you a supportive and safe environment to discuss your feelings and experiences. They can help you understand why you ended up in a toxic relationship and teach you the skills needed to build healthy and respectful relationships. Therapy can also help you deal with emotional trauma, boost your self-esteem, and learn how to set and maintain boundaries. If you feel you can't cope with the consequences of toxic relationships on your own, don't hesitate to seek professional help. It's an important step towards your recovery and happiness. Remember your needs and desires after a breakup. Engage in activities that bring you joy and pleasure. Allow yourself to enjoy life and open up to new possibilities. You can exercise, travel, meet with friends, and develop your hobbies and interests. This will help you regain a sense of control over your life and fill it with positive emotions. Don't be afraid to experiment and try new things. This can open up new horizons and inspire you to achieve new goals. Gradually, you'll feel the joy and satisfaction from life returning. Remember, self-care is not selfish, but a necessary condition for your well-being. Don't blame yourself. Toxic relationships are the responsibility of both partners, and your task is to take care of yourself and your well-being. Remember that you did everything possible to maintain the relationship, and now it's time to think about yourself. Avoid self-blame and negative thoughts about what you could have done differently. Understanding that you deserve to be in healthy and supportive relationships will help you move forward. Accept your mistakes as experience and learn from them. Every person has the right to happiness and harmony, and you are no exception. Gradually, you will begin to feel the negative emotions and thoughts fade away, replaced by a sense of freedom and self-confidence. Remember that you deserve relationships that bring joy and support. This is possible, and you can find it. Use the experience of toxic relationships as a lesson. Extract wisdom from it and apply it in the future. Don't be afraid to build relationships again. Initially, it may be scary, but with each new experience, you will become stronger and more confident. Establish healthy boundaries when starting new relationships. Discuss your expectations and needs with your partner. Learn to recognize early signs of toxicity. Act immediately to avoid repeating past mistakes. In healthy relationships, partners support and respect each other. Strive for such relationships and do not settle for less. If you doubt your strengths, remember there are always people ready to help. Reach out to them for support. Getting rid of toxic relationships is a path to freedom and happiness. Start this journey today, and you will see your life change for the better. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you liked it, please like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new useful videos. Share in the comments how you dealt with toxic relationships and what helped you. Your experience may be useful to other viewers. We appreciate each of your comments and are always ready to offer advice and support. Stay with us and remember, you deserve happiness and love. See you again on our channel. We wish you luck and success in your personal life.